Alright, so game 4 of Queensland Masters versus Joshua Diffie. How you going? Alright, take us through your list.
Alright, so I've got Command Squad with Double Grab, Storm Shield, Double Grab Melt Bomb, Apothecary with my Captain on a bike. I've got my Troop Squad here, or one of my Troop Squad bikes, with my Warlord Rune Priest, and my other Troop Squad here with my Axe Rune Priest and non-Warlord. If they're ever near each other, you can tell the difference by the shoulder pads. Nice and simple. I've got 3 innocent drop pods in reserves. 2 of them identical with the Melter, Wolf Standard, Tommy Melter, Power Rax, Terminator. And then the third squad has Flamer, Wolf Standard, Power Armor, Wolf Guard with Tommy Plats. All in drop pods.
Excellent.
So that is me deployed.
Here's me. I'm just very scared. He's got 2 jaws, so I'm spreading out everything rather than grouping them all up like I normally do. Alright. Alrighty, so just take us through the beginning. Like you recapped it just then, but so you're playing Nids, and it's not typical Nids, or it maybe is a bit more typical now until the new codex comes out. But what was your plan?
The pods were a little different. I was umming and ahhing at the start of the game whether or not to go the Hive Tyrants as the tertiary rather than Doom. Knowing that Doom could be instant death by melters, I thought I was going to roll alright. I had double jaws available for me, and in the end, I didn't hit him with a melter straight up. So
well, no, you hit him once, but you rolled a 1 to wound. Remember the combi melter?
Yeah, just as good.
Yeah.
So I mean, in the end, there was 1 Hive Tyrant left, which, you know, if it was my tertiary, I would have gone for it instead, but it wasn't, so I didn't worry about it.
Yep.
I thought it was, I guess, interesting that you didn't put both Turbulons on the table. I did only have 2 jaws, and I think if you swamped the middle of the table, there was very little I could do about it, even with flamers and bikes and everything like that. Basically, go for the relic and then move and run everyone around it. So all I can do is kill the outside units that don't have the relic.
It was something I was thinking about
and then
afterwards.
move back and pass it to a Turbulon.
Yeah, no, it was something I was thinking about afterwards. Like after we'd played the first 2 turns, I thought for this mission, for this deployment map, it would have actually been better to have him on the table, put him one there, or one here, one there. Because I realised that, you know, afterwards. But as I said, I haven't played Relic that often.
Yeah, but even mission ignoring, I think it was very dangerous to leave as much as he did off the table with the amount of firepower my army had. Like at the end of my turn 1, I killed a Hive Tyrant, a Tervagon.
In the squad.
You went off with Morlocks. Okay, which meant you had nothing on the table. So
it's why I split my Hive Tyrants. Normally I keep them together.
Yeah, but at the end of turn 1, if I had grounded you on the very first shot with my Storm Bolter,
you would have switched.
I would have killed that and tabled you turn 1.
Yeah, so it was a risk. Yes, I gotta say, it was definitely a risk. So if we played the game, I would have kept him on and walked them. I still would have done everything the same. I would have just had these 2 guys there, and I probably would have kept the 2 Hive Tyrants together.
I probably would have considered only dropping 1 Morlock and saving the next one. Because basically the thing I like about Morlocks is if you have 2, you can alternate. So if one goes down turn 1, one goes down turn 2, then you got one coming up turn 2 and one up turn 3. So I've got to keep that in mind throughout not just the first turn, but the subsequent turns.
And if you didn't have hit and run, or if we had gone another turn, I was actually contemplating digging. Like hit and run and digging out. But see, I can play against grab a lot, and getting hit and run with a grab, you know, after getting hit by a grab is hard.
You know, I anticipate, like, basically I failed at least 2 hit and runs, which was my command squad. When I charged the command squad into your Morlock, I anticipated that you'd kill 1, maybe 2, I'd hit and run out, and then I'd turbo boost to a corner, and then you wouldn't get the tertiary, and they would be my line breaker.
It didn't work out,
It didn't work.
You didn't have the best luck this game. I have to admit that. It was obvious.
In the end, it's a dice-based game. Oh, well, you say that. There was a couple of areas I didn't have very good luck. But against your Doom, I rolled very well.
Yeah.
I passed a lot of leadership
you
checks
did.
on 3d6.
And the hero of the Emperor. Remember that?
Well, yes and no. I mean, in the end, it was irrelevant. But yes, I did pass a lot of saves on a quad bike.
Yeah, one of the bikes, what was it, 7 or 8 wounds? And
You did 7 wounds,
Seven,
and I
and
failed. I
only
rolled
failed
1, 2 or 1, whatever it was,
Yeah.
and 6 3-ups, which put me on 1 wound. I then charged a unit of Gaunts, who did nothing in the Overwatch.
Yep.
So they did 1 wound in the Overwatch, and I passed the save. I charged in.
You killed one, and then
Killed one,
killed
and
it
then
back.
you killed it back. You did roll a lot of 6s to wound there. You rolled average to hit, but you rolled really good to wound.
Yep.
Although in saying that, the Morlocks didn't do very well to like in their combat as far as I was concerned.
Yep.
The fact I didn't pass my hit and runs, I would have thought that you would have killed that unit quicker.
Yeah.
Because I failed the hit and runs. The captain on the bike failing to,
many lookout sirs and then 2 saves.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But
as I said just before, I really, really like your army. I think it's a really good all-comers list. It's got answers to pretty much every army you can think of, and you play it really, really well.
This list was designed specifically for this tournament. The fact I only have HQ and only have troops after my Wolf Guard split off into units. There was 2 missions, this being one of them, where tertiary, my opponent would have to pick either troops or HQ, and I know you got the HQ, but I thought you were unlikely to do it.
Yeah. You played it well.
Whereas if that wasn't a tertiary, I would have had a full pod of drop wolves.
Yeah.
So like a wolf guard for like double combis. So a drop pod with like 4 models which had combi flamer each and a combi plasma or combi melter. Drop and go. Here's 4 flamers, and then bust through.
Yep. All right, man. It's a great game. Thanks a lot,
man. All right.